Hey gang, Bob from Skillz here. Today we're going to do the first oil change in this brand new John Deere D170 lawn tractor. So, stay tuned for this exciting episode of Skills.
So according to the manual, you can change the oil and use any one of these viscosities. So 15W40, 10W40, 10W30, 5W30, and SAE. So I have SAE 10W30. And if anybody is interested in knowing specifically, if you do not want to use a John Deere oil filter, and you want to use like some other brand like Fram or Wix or something like that, here's the part number for you to get a Wix oil filter, and that cost me about $13. The John Deere one, all likelihood, would be more than that. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to let it run for a few minutes. The instructions specifically state that the oil does need to be warm in order for proper drainage. So I'm going to go ahead and start it up, and we're going to let it run for a few minutes. And we'll open the hood. Exposing that beautiful 25 horsepower engine. So now what we're going to need to do is this little piece here that needs to come off, and there's a bolt here, and it's held on by little connectors in here. So once this bolt comes out, you should be able to slide it out and pull it completely out. So we're going to do that now. So this bolt right here requires an 8mm socket, and you'll also want an extension. And the side piece just comes right off. Alright, so at this point, we're going to remove the dipstick. We're just going to simply take it out. And this here is your drain plug. So you're going to want something to catch all the oil. All that's in this engine is 2 quarts of oil. So I'm going to go grab that now. Alright, so that is the drain cover. So as you can see here, you've got this little knob thing where you just simply push it in a little bit, twist it a little bit, and then pull it out. And then all the oil is going to come out, so it will drain into a couple of fluff containers, and I will turn around and put that in that later. So I'm going to go ahead and get that taken care of now. Perfect. And that's and you'll want to allow probably a good 5 minutes or so for it to completely drain. Okay. So I think it's drained enough to where we can put the cap back on and we can continue with the next step. Easy peasy.
Now it's time to remove the old oil filter. I've learned since making this video that a better option would be to poke a hole in the end of the actual filter to let it drain before unscrewing it. The results will be a lot less messy. You can do this with a hammer and a decent sized nail. What I'm doing now is taking some of the old oil and rubbing it over the gasket for the new oil filter. What this does is when you place the new oil filter back in place, it's not going to get stuck, and you'll be able to take the new oil filter off when it comes time to change the oil again. Time to put the skirting back on.
Okay, so now all that's left is just to simply put the oil, the new oil back into the engine. So to do that, it goes in here, and it's probably easier to use a funnel so that you don't have any spillage. And I've got the oil right here. I got 5 quarts because it was cheaper to buy 5 quarts. I needed some oil for my car anyway, so I bought 5 quarts there. And we'll just simply pour it in and measure out exactly how much the 2 quarts are. We can do that on the side here. I don't know if you can see that very well or not, but it shows you how many quarts are left. And you got that little line there to show you how much oil is in there. So, plus we'll check the dipstick as well to see where it's at. Okay, that's about right. Alright, so now what we'll do is take the dipstick and we'll put it in. go. And we're going to let it run for a few minutes so that the oil goes through the new oil filter and cycles through the engine a little bit, and then we're going to check and make sure that the right amount of oil is in the engine. So now we're going to test it, and we're going to make sure that the oil is exactly in the right place as far as how much should be in it. So I'm going to clean that off and put it in. And that's exactly where it needs to be. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's right in the checkered X area, right where it needs to be. Oh, I can't get that to focus in. Well, I guess you'll have to trust me. But it is exactly where it needs to be. And if it isn't, no big deal. You can just put a little bit more oil in there and then get it just right to where it's perfect. Thank you for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.
As always, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Click on any of the links to watch more Skillz videos.